Hey everyone, Irit here with another process video, and this one is for Hip Kit Club. I am using the gorgeous August 2017 kits, and they have mostly Maggie Holmes Carousel in them, and they are just gorgeous. Now, because this is my first layout, then it took me probably longer than most layouts take me. So it took probably about an hour, and I sped this video up 3 times, so it's about 20 minutes. So yeah, I think enough time to chat. I'm starting with this photo of Ella and me, and I had no idea what I was going to do. I kind of decided I wanted to add those couple of layers behind my photo, and one of them is a pattern paper, and the other is actually a part of the packaging of one of the exclusive things that we got in the kit, but I end up not using the packaging one. So I already said in my unboxing video about this paper that I really wanted to fussy cut the pretty cream and pink parts of it and get rid of the green, because I just am not a huge fan of this green. And that's what I'm going to do. Now, I thought about using pattern paper, then I thought about using white, and then I discovered this gorgeous pink piece of cardstock. It's by Basil, and it's called Petal Soft. And it is just a beautiful, beautiful, very, very light pink, and it's just fantastic, and it works also really well with the mixed media that I'm going to add to it. I wasn't gonna, but I really felt like it would just really enrich the background if I added some white paint and some texture and everything. So sorry about the sun. I think soon it's yeah, it goes away, because I'm going to fussy cut another one of these rows, and hopefully I will do it off screen. So I already kind of messed up my plans for this paper here, because I wanted to gut it and use the frame like to mat my photos on it, to mat a layout on it. I talk about it in the unboxing video, and then here I decided to just cut the corner, so obviously I won't be able to use it as a 12 by 12. But I love that black and cream stripe. These the collection, the Maggie Holmes collection, is made by Crate Paper, and they are known for using mostly cream based designs, and yeah, their patterns are usually with cream and not white. Very light cream, but still not white. So anyway, I love that stripe, and I thought it would be a fantastic paper for matting my photo on it, really help it pop against everything else. So I'm using some white acrylic paint, and I'm spreading it around with my palette knife there. I also stitched off camera those like diamond shape border pieces that I fussy cut. And so I just ran a straight stitch through them, and yeah, now I'm going to add some white paint, and I added just a little bit of the shimmers paint that we got in the color kit, and I think it's called Jilted Jade. And when you add it to white, or when you add white to this paint, you get a gorgeous minty aqua color. So that's what I did here. I kept it super light, but it makes a really beautiful shade. And I just love how that white looks next to the very soft pink. I think it's just a beautiful look. Works with everything, but I think also it works really well with summer layouts, kind of that washed out, you know, washed out by the sun look. That's what I thought about when I made it. And yeah, so I wanted to get scrapping, and I helped it dry a little bit, and then I thought, okay, I'll add some splatters, and we got this spray. It's called Pretty in Pink, and we got it also in the color kit, and it's just a gorgeous shade of pink. At the beginning I thought I would only add some splatters, and then I thought, nah, let's just go for it. and I'm really glad that I did. I was a little bit hesitant, but I think it just adds so much texture to the whole look. And yeah, I love the way it turned out. And that's the nice thing about working with acrylic paint, because when I mixed that shimmer's jade color with the paint and let it dry, then it became permanent, and then I could go over it with something like pink, which otherwise might give me some muddy colors, but once it's dry, acrylic paint is permanent, and that allowed me to add the pink without having to worry that the colors will mix. So I also added some splatters in white. It was already late and I decided to do that. So I also added some white splatters and a few yellow ones. And I used the No Yokin shimmer spray that we got in a kit, I don't know, months and months ago, maybe even not this year. But any, yellow watercolor, or of course you can use the creamies that came in the kit. I wanted to kind of work fast, and the creamies, you have to activate them. And the No Yokin, it's already, in fluid form, so it just was super easy. And I created this cute little frame that I backed with some pattern paper, and the frame came in the embellishment kit as an exclusive to the kit, but I end up not using this piece, so hopefully on a future layout. And then I started auditioning some titles. You can see I really kept, I think, almost everything I did on this layout. I filmed it, so you can see how I'm working. And what I didn't like about this, I thought the yellow was a little bit too bright for the look that I was going for here. I really wanted kind of that, I don't know, cotton candy is the word that comes to mind when I think about it. So I'm just showing you this frame that I made, but it's not going to make it to the layout. Here I was feeling a little bit stuck and was trying all kinds of things. In the meantime, I matted my photo on that piece of pattern paper, the pink and yellow one. That, I'm sorry, I can't remember all the names of the papers, but you can see all the details either in my unboxing video or, of course, on the Hip Kit Club website. So I was just messing around trying to find something, and I was going through the ephemera pack that we got in the main kit, I want to say. Yes, I think so. And I noticed that it had that word sweet in it, and I loved it, and I loved how it looked together. And now that I'm looking at it, I also love how that ice cream cart looks next to it, but I didn't use it, sadly. Leave something for a different layout. So yeah, this was me just fussing around, and eventually I get things to look the way I want them to look. But back to the photo. So I matted it on another piece of pattern paper, and before that I also stitched a little like label piece of die cut that we got in the Project Life kit, and it was just a little bag from Pretty Little Studio from the Dream Big collection, full of little tabs and labels. I love those things. They're always handy to have. So I stitched one of them to the paper that I matted my photo on, and it's a little bit hidden by that sticker that I added on the side of the photo that says, I think it says, I love you. And I thought it worked well there. So behind it there's another layer with that little label or tab. I can't remember which one it is. But yeah, I'm just playing with all kinds of shades of pink here. And yeah, what can I say? It's one of my favorite colors to play with, so I was a pretty happy camper. So I'm mostly looking for pink things and kind of black and white pops, and I'm just moving it around, and at some point I was like, okay, I really need to commit to something here so that I can move on. And the more I use a kit, the faster my process gets. And usually, you know, from the probably third layout, I mostly it takes me about half an hour, 40 minutes to finish a layout. So I committed. I stitched the word sweet to the background, and then I discovered while I was digging through the ephemera pack that there was also the word so. So that makes the so sweet. I didn't know that. I should have looked at the back of the package. So my idea here was to gather a few bits and pieces and kind of make it like they, you know, like a bunch of memorabilia or ephemera from like a day in the carnival fell on my layout. And yeah, so you'll see me kind of ruffling the edges of a few of the pieces that I add, because I want to give it the look like it just fell on the layout. And I'm only going to add adhesive in the center of those pieces so that the edges can, you know, stand like not be connected to the page. Wow. Words. Where are the words? So I hope you can understand what I mean. And I really wanted to use that bow, but I think the problem is with when you're using one photo that is not particularly big. This one is 4 by 4 inches. When you use a smaller photo and you only have one photo on your layout, I think it becomes challenging to use really large embellishments. And for me, it's really easier to use larger embellishments, especially when they are so, you know, dimensional and full of contrast like that bow. It's easier for me to use them when I have something more going on in the layout, more photos, usually more area with photos, because I just feel when I put that bow on the layout, it's gonna be, whoa, there's a giant bow on the layout. And it doesn't really matter, you know, what other people think when they look through the album. But to me, it just, you know, it takes away from the photo, and I want the photo to be the first thing that grabs your eye. So that's why I switched that for this adorable bow. I think that one is made from chipboard. I think it's from the chipboard sheet that we got. So I'm thinking about adding that flag. I also added a couple of pieces to the right side of the photo. You can see there's like a ticket stub there and a little heart. I'm going to move those things around a little bit, but it's starting to take a bit more form. And yeah, so I added this little heart. I stitched it on this piece of ephemera, and you see how I'm wrinkling it so that the edges are going to be lifted and not glued directly to the background. And I'm just distressing the edges a little bit, and then I'm going to add my adhesive, as I said, just in the middle. I'm going to stick it only in the middle, and then the edges are lovely and dimensional. Just love how that looks. I was trying to give it this very, you know, like random, unintentional look, even though it's all very intentional. So I'm also thinking about adding a couple of these cute little pom-poms. They are so adorable. I love them, and I do end up adding some. Oh, how could I forget? I have a new class. It's called KITCUTGO, and it's all about using up your kits. But you don't need to have, you know, like something like hip kits to enjoy the class and be inspired by it. You just need, you know, a collection of scrapbooking supplies. It can be also a kit that you assembled from your stash. And the class is really fun. I use in the class the June hip kits. So if you have those and you haven't used them, I think you would really enjoy the class, and you will really feel that, you know, you got your money's worth from the kit. In the class, I create 11 12 by 12 scrapbook layouts from start to finish, and I give tons of ideas and tips and tricks on how to use the goodies in your stash or kits. Yeah, I think that's the biggest part. The class is right now on sale for $29. The full price is $35, and come September 5th, the sale will end. So if you're interested, grab it while it's on sale. Yeah. And now here I was fussing around with all kinds of other pieces, and then I discovered that we also got the sticker sheet. And that came in the Project Life kit. And the Project Life kit has a really great assembly of supplies, and usually it has smaller scale or flatter embellishments and, you know, letter stickers and all that. So that works really well for pocket pages and, you know, planner and all that stuff. And yeah, I managed to find a few really nice pieces to use. And again, because I kind of distressed a little bit the edges of everything else, I felt like I also needed to do that with the stickers. I felt it looked weird that suddenly you have these stickers that are perfectly adhered to the background and all the edges are super perfect. It just didn't look right. So very carefully, I kind of messed up their edges too. You have to be careful that, you know, if they're stuck down, if they're really well stuck down, can I say that? If they are stuck down, you don't want to rip whatever they are stuck on. So, wow. Please forgive me, but I'm recording this. I have an excuse. I'm recording this voiceover. It's already kind of late. Well, it's not late, but if you start your day super early like me, then it is late for me. My brain shuts down at about 8 in the evening, so it's getting close. We're close to that. Yeah, so I will leave the link for my new class in the description box. I hope you will check it out. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, so now I'm adding some finishing touches with these lovely stickers. That they are clear stickers, but they are tinted. So I'm going to use the ones that are tinted in pink, of course. And I thought about using these alpha, but I kind of I thought about a longer subtitle, and I didn't want to kind of waste all the alphas because there's not a ton in this pack. And now I'm going to add some of these gorgeous, I love these stickers, and I'm going to add the ones that are in the mint color because I felt there was enough pink, and it looks like a cotton candy machine exploded here. So I thought the mint would be a nice addition. I somehow didn't feel like yellow. I mean, I love adding yellow as an accent color, but here I felt more like adding the mint ones. And those stickers also came in the Project Life kit. So it's this lovely package that has 3 sheets of stickers. It's fantastic. So adding another chipboard heart, and then I want to add this bow, and I have no idea where to add it. So I'm going to move it around endlessly. And at some point I'm going to take a few of the layers of the chipboard off it carefully. You want to be careful not to ruin the sticker, and that gives me just a little bit less dimension to work with because it's something I want to add on top of other things, and I have enough going on here, so I didn't need all that chipboard dimension. And I was thinking about adding it on this little banner, but the color of it wasn't working for me, and then I decided, ooh, these look cute, so maybe I should create kind of a little banner, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to kind of create a banner that goes across the page, and I love how that turned out, and it's really easy to do that with these little stickers. I think I will do this on every layout because I just love how it looks, and you can make, you know, a few of these. It could be a good idea if you're, you know, thinking ahead and doing that sort of thing, to maybe just very gently draw, and I stitched it, yeah. draw with a pencil the lines of the banner, and then you can just stick the little stickers on top, and you have kind of a guide. That's what I want to say. So where will that bow go? Where will it go? Let us see how I move it around everywhere. And I just had no idea. Maybe I'll switch it with a button. No, the button looks good there. So where to put it? Just put it somewhere. There we go. I think. Let's hope. That's it. So, everyone, I loved making this layout. It was a lot of fun, even though it took me a little bit longer than usual. Ooh, I'm going to add the date. I'm using a date stamp, and this date stamp is actually by Alton New. And I'm using some, what's it called? The permanent ink. It's not VersaFine. It's the permanent one. And I messed up the Stays On is what I want to say. Yes, Stays On is the ink. This video is so informative. And I messed up the date on that little sticker, so I added it in a couple more places. Hopefully one of them is legible. I don't know, I didn't stamp it so nicely. Anyway, and then I added the pom-poms. Love how they look. Look at that. They're so cute. It's just adorable. It's the sweetest embellishment. I adhered them with tacky glue, and it worked perfectly. Thanks for watching. Check out my class. I wish you a lovely day. Bye.